WWE Raw, SmackDown, and NXT have been on fire for the past year or two. The business really began to pick up once Triple H took over creative in 2022. But ever since Vince McMahon parted ways with the company for good, World Wrestling Entertainment has been flying high. Triple H's creative has improved the product considerably. From the premium live events to the weekly television episodes, the promotion has been selling out every show. Two of the biggest reasons for the success include the emphasis on building stars and long-term storytelling. Feuds have always been a key part of pro wrestling, but storylines under the game's watchful eye have been more detailed and better laid out than ever before. Oftentimes, they are teased in advance or further teased, sometimes without fans even realizing it. WWE Bad Blood was a big night for the sports entertainment juggernaut. The show featured four monumental returns: Goldberg, Raquel Rodriguez, The Rock, and Jimmy Uso. The latter will almost certainly appear on SmackDown tonight as well. If Jimmy does appear, Triple H could start teasing a future match between him and a talented performer who wasn't even in WWE when fans had last seen Uso, Jacob Fatu. The Samoan Werewolf joined the promotion while Jimmy was on a hiatus. Jimmy returned by aligning himself with Roman Reigns. This means he is an enemy of the bloodline. The Samoan Werewolf is the most dangerous member of the group, so now Jimmy may be in his crosshairs. Don't be surprised if a big match is teased between the two later on tonight. While WWE Bad Blood was a tremendous show, one of the biggest talking points came after the event had ended. Fans were on their way back to their vehicles when they spotted an unusual sight. Two stars were arguing. The names in question were Cody Rhodes and Kevin Owens. Despite being longtime friends, tension has mounted between the two, and Kevin ultimately turned heel and attacked the undisputed WWE champion. What Triple H teases might not feature Cody Rhodes, however. Randy Orton has been a close friend of both Cody's and Kevin's. Now that Owens turned heel, the game may tease a rivalry between the prizefighter and the Viper. If Orton chooses Cody's side over Kevin's, there is no doubt that RCO will implode, and a fight could happen sooner rather than later. One feud that has been dominating WWE Friday Night SmackDown has been the battles between Andrade and Carmelo Hayes. The two incredible athletes have battled around half a dozen times over the past several months, and they've put on classic after classic. Along with fighting each other, both stars have also been actively eyeing late night's United States Championship. Andrade challenged for the belt on a recent episode of WWE SmackDown, and Carmelo will be doing the same tonight. There is a chance that Triple H will book a teaser of a triple threat match between the trio in the future. If Carmelo loses, or if Andrade interferes in some way, chaos could erupt, which leads to the three men fighting or showing more tension. That would then tease an inevitable bout between the trio, which could be held at Crown Jewel. As noted, Jimmy Uso returned at WWE Bad Blood. He helped Roman Reigns and Cody Rhodes fight off the bloodline. From there, Roman and Jimmy hugged in the middle of the ring, which fans loved. Now that the two are united, they could very well end up chasing after the WWE Tag Team titles. The bloodline holds the gold, as Tama Tonga and Tonga Loa are the reigning champions. This is despite the fact that Jacob Fatu actually won the belts alongside Tama, but Solo made him give his title up. While Roman chasing after tag team gold may seem unusual, it would strip power away from the bloodline. Not only that, but Jimmy was taken out of action by Tama Tonga and Solo Sikoa on the SmackDown after WrestleMania. In order to get revenge and take down the bloodline, Roman and Jimmy versus Tama and Tonga may be teased later tonight on SmackDown. With Triple H in control of WWE's creative direction, SmackDown has become a fertile ground for compelling stories and unforgettable rivalries. The game knows how to capture the audience's imagination, keeping them on the edge of their seats with unexpected twists, returns, and monumental confrontations. If Triple H were to tease new feuds tonight, there's no doubt they would involve top-tier talent and captivating storylines that could dominate WWE for months. Here are 4 blockbuster feuds that Triple H could potentially ignite on SmackDown tonight. Why this feud works. Roman Reigns, the undisputed WWE Universal Champion, has been the dominant force in WWE for over 3 years. His reign, backed by the Bloodline, is one of the longest in modern WWE history. However, since the Bloodline's internal turmoil, cracks have been appearing in Roman's empire. This presents the perfect time to pit him against a returning AJ Styles, a beloved babyface and one of WWE's most dynamic performers. Styles, having spent time leading the OC, is a veteran who has been out of the title picture for too long. The story: Styles makes his long-awaited return to SmackDown and wastes no time confronting Reigns, staking his claim to the throne. Styles can challenge Roman, pointing out that he's beaten him in the past and that Roman's dominance has only been possible because he avoided superstars like him. Roman, in his typical tribal chief fashion, dismisses AJ, claiming he's past his prime. But the fiery tension escalates as Styles, emboldened by the support of his OC allies, calls Roman out for the cracks in his family, setting up a long-term, high-stakes feud. How it could be teased tonight. During an in-ring promo, Roman Reigns could gloat about his continued dominance in WWE. Before he finishes, the familiar theme music of AJ Styles hits. The crowd explodes as Styles enters the ring, microphone in hand, and gets in Roman's face, setting the stage for their upcoming battle. A simple stare-down or a scuffle before security breaks them apart could light the fuse for this potential feud. Why this feud works. Rhea Ripley and Charlotte Flair already have a storied history, with both women being arguably the most dominant forces in WWE's women's division. Their WrestleMania 36 clash was a defining moment for Ripley, even in defeat. Charlotte has always been positioned as the queen of WWE, while Ripley, with her aggressive persona, is on the cusp of cementing her legacy. This time around, Rhea is a more seasoned and confident champion, leading the Judgment Day, while Charlotte remains the decorated standard-bearer of WWE's women's division. The story: Rhea Ripley, now established as the leader of the Judgment Day, has held the Women's World Championship for several months. Charlotte Flair returns to SmackDown and immediately sets her sights on Ripley, claiming that while Rhea has had an impressive run, she's yet to defeat Charlotte when it matters most. Ripley, however, doesn't back down, declaring that this is her era now, not Charlotte's. The tension between them builds, especially with Ripley being more ruthless and cunning than ever, setting up a power struggle that could define the women's division for years to come. How it could be teased tonight. Charlotte could interrupt one of Ripley's matches or promos, making a dramatic return to SmackDown. After a face-to-face confrontation, Charlotte challenges Rhea's claim to dominance, reigniting their rivalry. Rhea could respond with disdain, teasing a long-term program where both women battle for the top spot in WWE's women's division. Expect tense interactions, possibly with Rhea calling on the Judgment Day to intimidate Charlotte, only for the Queen to stand tall.